As you know, your sister has albinism. Humans, animals, and even plants can have this condition, which means that the person, animal, or plant doesn't have the usual amount of pigment or color. You might know that albinism causes a kind of pale appearance, but what exactly causes albinism? To understand albinism, you need to first know about melanin. Melanin is a chemical in our bodies that colors our skin, eyes, and hair. Sometimes, a child might be born whose body can't make a normal amount of melanin. This is what happens with albinism, which can show up as a lack of pigment or color in the skin, eyes, and hair of that child. There are different kinds of albinism. Some kids with albinism might have pale skin or hair. Other types of albinism might only affect the eyes. Most kids with this condition have blue eyes, like your sister. Besides giving your skin, eyes, and hair its color, melanin helps protect your skin from the sun. You know how your skin gets darker after a day at the beach? That's because your melanin is darkening your skin to give it more protection from the sun's rays. So, without enough melanin, your skin won't be able to protect itself. Kids with albinism can get sunburned very easily. They can still go to the beach and spend time outdoors, but they have to use lots of sunscreen and watch the amount of time they're in the sun. Some kids with albinism wear glasses or contact lenses to help them see better. Others might need eye surgery. Another problem for kids with albinism is that their eyes can be very sensitive to light. For this reason, they often squint in bright light. However, wearing sunglasses or tinted contact lenses can help make a kid with albinism more comfortable out in the sun. Albinism is caused by a person's genes. Now, what exactly are genes? Everybody's body is made up of billions of tiny cells. Inside these cells are things called chromosomes, which contain hundreds or even thousands of genes. These genes give us our physical traits, how we look, and lots of other things, like the instructions our body parts need to work properly. Genes carry the information that makes you an individual. Everyone has 2 sets of genes. Half of your genes are from your dad, and half are from your mom. Sometimes, a mom and a dad might carry an albinism gene, but not show any signs of albinism themselves. However, they might have a kid who has albinism, like your sister. This happens because each parent has a normal pigment gene and an albinism gene. For a kid to have albinism, the dad's albinism gene and the mom's albinism gene both have to get passed on to the kid. But if a kid gets an albinism gene from one parent and a normal pigment gene from the other, the kid won't have albinism. Instead, the kid would be a carrier of an albinism gene, which means he or she would have one normal pigment gene and one albinism gene, just like you. Kids with albinism are just like other kids. They just need to take greater care of their eyes and skin, especially if they're going to be in the sun. Most kids with albinism can be anything they want to be, just like everyone else.